What's up, Cave Dwellers? I'm Gabe.
I'm Brandon, and I light fires to feel joy.
Yes, you do, Brandon. Yes, you do. And before we get in today's video, we're going to thank our sponsor.
If you're looking for a job, rpghiring.com. Thanks to our sponsors once again. So what are we going to do, Gabe?
We are back to Pull List Gems.
Pull List Gems?
Yeah.
Hey, I like that. This is the second episode of Pull List Gems, our monthly series where we have a comic that we feel like should be on your pull list and is a gem. It's not necessarily because it's a hot book or a key issue. It's just something we like.
Yeah.
And we think you should read it.
Yeah.
Anyways, this week we have Batman, One Dark Knight. This is a title written and drawn by Jock, the superstar artist. Does amazing. He's always done amazing cover work, especially with Batman. But this time he's writing and doing interiors. So you could imagine it's pretty neat.
The art is killer.
The art is killer, Gabe. Great addition to this conversation.
Absolutely.
First of all, the cover is a typical Jock cover. It's got, outlines. It's got fire. I mean, it's.
I gotta say, when I saw this, I wasn't expecting him to be in the blue suit. That threw me off. And I was like, it's actually kind of cool.
Jock throws a lot of abstract in there too, which I think is cool. He uses a lot of different shapes with the abstract style. You can even see it on the cover. A lot of the city is actually sort of abstract, the buildings. You can kind of see it in the cover. It makes it more interesting to the eye.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the story, I'll let you kind of go around the story a little bit, and I'll kind of chime in. What did you think of the story?
I thought it was good. It keeps you interested through the whole length of the book and interested to see what's more. You start with the cities getting riled up. It's a really hot day, and it's daytime, which is weird for Batman. It's midday in the middle of Gotham. You don't normally see that in comics. It's not normal at all. Especially not gritty. Which
is a great departure from what you usually see.
Yeah.
Now, it's called One Dark Night, so it's going to get dark. But it starts off in the day, and it's different, right?
Like, Batman's following a convoy that's transporting Edward, I don't remember his name, EMP.
Yeah, EMP, obviously he has powers. He's a metahuman. Yeah. EMP, he's an EMP.
He absorbs energy to the point where he explodes.
Yeah, he explodes and knocks out the electrical grid. And so we kind of, spoiler alert. Obviously, he's going to do something like that probably, right?
Yeah.
I think the big thing about this book is this story is setting up the next books.
Oh, yeah.
So this book is a setup, but also at the same time, while there's dialogue, it's a setup. While there's a lot of dialogue, the real storyteller to me is the art.
Yeah.
And I think Jock has shown that he can just tell a story with just his art. He's always done it on covers, but in the interiors, it really shines through. Mm-hmm. And it's a shame that I'm sure it took a long time for him to do it just because of the detail. And you can tell he spent a lot of time probably agonizing over the pages. And it really shows. It's a real quality work as far as art goes. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. It's honestly a really good interior. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Anyway, in the story, we come down with Commissioner Gordon talking about, he's giving out awards because so many people have helped put, different villains behind bars. Mm-hmm. But there's this person, Vasquez, that doesn't seem as enthused by what Jim Gordon's doing. So it's sort of this character who's not really on board with everything.
Yeah.
She's against...
Doesn't like the leniency.
She thinks they should be even harder on crime than what they already are.
She wants new punishments for existing criminals.
And she feels like Arkham Asylum
is worn down, broken. And
it cannot hold EMP. So...
But she's probably right. I mean, seeing what this guy can do.
But she's transferring him to a new facility that's supposed to be more advanced and actually keep him under control.
Straight through Crime Central, though.
Straight through Gotham City. It's opportunity for bad guys to...
Especially ones with rocket launchers.
Especially ones with rocket launchers, to knock it out. But there's some twist in there. So, there's some gangs trying to get to the vehicle that's transporting him, but it seems like they want to kill him.
Yeah,
instead of letting him go.
If you look at the map where it shows, I think it's the final map, and it shows all the different gangs in each area, you see EMP's guys, but they're on the furthest point of the city away, behind every other gang. And all these other gangs are converging on the point where he's at, and then they're behind.
And that's another interesting point, because of the maps. He draws out maps, and it shows you all the gangs' different neighborhoods and areas that they control. And basically, there's just ambushes, it seems like, being set up, either to kill EMP or to rescue him or do something with Batman. I don't know. We don't know yet. But it just looks... There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a hot day. There's a lot of petty crime going on, and it seems like gangs are on the move. So there's something going on.
Which is odd because it is midday.
So there's a lot going on that we don't know about yet. But in Vasquez, I don't quite trust Vasquez. I'm wondering if she sent those people... Just my first initial reaction is she sent those people that coming after the truck to kill EMP.
I don't know, maybe. Because she does want harsh punishment.
She wants harsher punishment, so it feels like that, but it may not be that.
I don't know. Not really sure.
But, we talked about the art, so I don't want to just leave you in the lurch with the art. So we got the first page here. Obviously, Gotham City streets, papers. But you can just kind of see the...
I didn't expect such a yellowy tint to Gotham.
Just look at this. The splash page is pretty amazing with just Gotham City. That's how I imagine Gotham City looking. And you can see all the detail and just there's some abstract nuances to it when you get to the distance. You can tell he really put some work into this. But here's the map that we were talking about, the first map, and there'll be different maps in the book.
Shows the truck route and all the police reports going on in the area.
But the art, if you like art, this is a must-have book. If you like art, just the action sequences, even Batman.
That right here sold it for me.
This really just screams Jock. This is all Jock. The bats around Batman. The kind of the fadeness of the cape.
You think Batman keeps spare bats in his Batwing to release with him?
He's got to.
He's got to have. You think he's ever developed some kind of bat power so that he can control them?
Oh yeah, most likely. He's got to.
I mean, he hasn't. I know he has in some versions, like the Lego games. He can become a giant version of himself made out of bats.
And here's a good picture of what Gabe was talking about. He's wearing the blue suit. He's got the blue cape. The blue cowl, the blue gloves. I mean, he looks like classic Batman, but he's still gritty. They made the blue Batman suit still gritty.
They made the good cop so gritty, and it makes you think, where did this come from? Like the scene where the panel right there, where he's got blood dripping out of his mouth. He's mad and he's ready to get this done.
Yeah, even in the blue suit, he looks gritty and dirty.
And it's the clean and nice good cop suit is now just, it's gritty and dark.
Just amazing work. And the next issue will come out in February, so definitely add this to your pull list. There's still time to add it to your pull list at your local comic shop, or if you're local to us, add it to your pull list. you definitely don't want to miss the next issue.
Will we do another episode of this?
Maybe we'll do an episode. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a new pull list, Jim. But definitely this is one to get if you're an art lover, if you're a fan of Jock, if you're a fan of Batman, it just in general. I mean, this is definitely a pull list, Jim. It's not, the crazy hot book that's you can get and flip for $100 or something like that. This is just a good old fashioned book to look at.
It's a good story, good to read.
Good story, good to read, good to look at.
Which all of our pull list gems will probably be good to read.
Good to read. We did Hulk last time, which is an excellent book by Donny Cates. And this is another banger with Jock. So definitely check this out at your local comic shop. Hit them up because the next book comes out in February, so there's still time to get on that pull list to get it. Anything else you want to say about this book?
No.
Fantastic. Always articulate. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the pull list gems. I think it's time for us to give away some cards. Let's give away Ken Salinas' cards.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the winners. And the last place, you get a loot box.
Good job. You worked hard.
We'll ship out Ken's stuff to you as soon as possible. Congratulations, winners. But for now, let's meet this week's artist, James Dickson. For this week's Meet the Artist, we're talking to James Dickson, the great James Dickson, a prolific illustrator. How's it going, James?
Super good. Thank you very much, sir.
I know you're in the middle of a snowstorm, so we'll try to get going and get all the information and get out quick before you lose internet. But I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate the cards. They're amazing. I guess the first thing I want to ask is, our fans look at these cards. Why did you pick? We let you have free reign over what you pick. So why did you pick what you picked?
There's usually no rhyme or reason to it. There's certain things that I'm drawn to. Obviously, I'm a little older. I'm approaching 50, so stuff like Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that kind of comes to mind. That's right in my wheelhouse for music. So, but I like the fact that it's free reign, like you said, because you can pull from anything that you enjoy. You can pull reference from. So, and as a portrait artist, reference is something that I rely on. So it was nice to have a good mix of stuff. And I think with the Sub-Zero, I think the movie was fairly hot topic at that time. And I know you guys had done a review, so that's probably why I pulled that one in there. But yeah, it's just all over the place. Whatever comes to mind.
I just want to add that I did call for people to do Conan. I don't know if you saw that or if that's just coincidence, but I did call for Conan. I did do that.
I have a 5-minute memory span, so it may have been your suggestion that brought that one on. So
yeah, that was a little of my own little passion, thing. Even though we do free reign, I was like, please someone do Conan. Even though we don't get to keep the cards, so hopefully, when our viewers see these and they enter, hopefully this card is still here when they choose it.
I was quite happy with that one. So
it is impressive. It is my favorite card, just because it's Conan, and obviously,
right.
It's just tremendous. You just did tremendous work on it. It's good study on anatomy, because I know anatomy can be hard for a lot of artists, especially
Right.
when it's like that. But it's amazing.
Well, thank you.
I think the next thing we'll go into is, when we're looking at the art, a lot of us like to know what are the tools behind the trade. So when you did these cards, what was your process? What did you use? And how long did it take you?
Each card is probably about an hour and a half, and I primarily use alcohol marker and colored pencil, and I know a lot of other artists use that as well. I love what the artists are doing with acrylics and like Ingrid with oils, but that's out of my wheelhouse at the moment. So alcohol marker, color pencil, and usually I would start with a graphite sketch first and just color over top. But there's a few instances where I would just go straight in with a gray alcohol marker and do a sketch with that, and then build up layers from there. But that's pretty much it.
And it's fantastic cards. It's really impressive. Do you have any other projects going on right now that you want to talk about?
Well, I've got a couple other things I'm doing for Tops in the baseball world, and at least one more project with Richard Parks. But other than that, I've been kind of stepping away from sketch cards officially, like the official sets, just to give myself some more time to do personal projects. Because I'm wanting to expand into new mediums, do different sizes work. So I've been doing a lot of soft pastels. I just bought myself some more watercolors. So a lot of things I want to do on a personal level. So you'll see more of that from me in the near futures.
Awesome. We'll be looking out for that. So if anybody wants to, possibly get a commission or wants to see your work in progress and the directions you're going, what social medias can they find you at?
My main social media is Instagram. It's Lunch Doodle James. And that's hot linked to Facebook. So when I post on Instagram, it usually goes to my main Facebook page. I do have a Facebook art page, but that gets updated fairly infrequently. So Instagram would be your best bet.
Okay. And I guess the last thing's last. What's since you're going in the you're trying out new stuff and little personal projects. What's a passion project for you that you'd like to do?
Topic wise, I don't really have much in that way, but medium wise, it's the pastels. I think I started working with some soft pastels that I got. Well, actually, I'll backtrack a little bit. I left a 23-year career with Walmart where I was on the management team to go work at a local art store. So I left a salaried position to go work hourly at the art store, and it has been the best move of my life. So mentally, physically, it's been a great change for me. But obviously working in an art store as an artist, it's like a kid in a candy store, right? So there's tons of things there that I'm looking at and wanting to try. So soft pastels was one of them. I'm enjoying that. Watercolors will be next. And then I bought a set of high flow acrylics to use with my airbrush. So I'll be airbrushing again. So that's passion wise. That's going to be me for the next, next year, is just getting familiar with these new mediums and doing some cool artwork with that. So.
Well, I appreciate you coming on. These are gorgeous cards. I just can't say enough about them. Just amazing. Is there anything else you want to say to anybody?
Well, I just want to thank you guys. Again, this third year for me being on the team, and hopefully a fourth is in my future. You guys have been very good to us. The artists have nothing but good things to say about the crew at Gabe's Cave. So I appreciate all of that. Appreciate the love from everybody that's come about as a result of watching the channel. So thank you to you guys, and much success in the new shop and your channel.
Thanks for another banger, and we'll see you soon.
Right on.
We hope you enjoyed that segment of Meet the Artist.
Fantastic interview, fantastic art.
Yeah, it's great.
That's what we do here. Definitely enter to win those amazing cards. But just don't pick the Conan. Just if you do win it and you do want it, just throw me a bone here. Just like, hey, you know what? Brennan needs that card, that Conan card. He needs it. I'm just kidding. Just go ahead and take it, and I'll just die inside a little bit. Anyways,
Brandon, stop guilt tripping people.
I can't. Anyways, if you want to win these cards, make sure you like, subscribe, comment on the video, then click the link in the description of the video. Fill out that everything on that landing page, because when you pick your cards, we'll ship them right out to you without having to ask where you live. Anything else, Gabe?
No.
All right, before we leave, we're going to thank our sponsor one more time, RPGhiring.com. Gabe, you know what really grinds my gears?
No.
You want to see a dead body? You want to see a dead body? You want to see a dead body?
No.
I like first to feel joy.
Stop using stolen jokes.
I'm just seeing if someone gets the reference. I tell you what I'll do. Anyone who can get my reference of I light fires to feel joy, if you can tell in the comments, first person who can say that in the comments where that joke is from,
You get nothing.
if you win a card, I will put something extra in your box. Is that fair enough?
No.
Yeah, it's fair. I'll put
Okay.
if you win a card and you're one that comments.
Brandon, don't make promises you can't keep.
I can make those promises. I'm here all the
I
time.
don't think you can.
If you can tell me where that's from and you win a card and you comment it where that's from,
Don't count on this.
I will. Yeah, you can count on that.
Don't count on
Take
this.
it to the bank. I will put something extra, a little special, something special and extra.
Don't count on this.
In
'Cause
your
I don't know if we
you
can
know
keep,
what it is.
I don't know if we can keep track. Oh my God.
You know what it is.
No.
Yes. I will put something
I don't know if we
special.
can keep track of it.
Yes, we can. I will keep track of it. Listen to me. If you win a card and you correctly
All right,
guess
that's all
where
we got for
from,
today. Goodbye.